have a little chat. Oh yeah. Oops. I didn't stop it in time. Oh well. It'll work. I think it'll work out. Let's see. Let's get our epic background music playing. What do we got? Right there. But it's time for the review of NXT Deadline. Hang on. Turn this down just 1,000 bits. Alright. Pretty good. Okay, let's find out what you guys thought. It is NXT Deadline. The first of its kind? Yeah, the first Deadline they've ever done. We've had what was that one called? Fastlane. We've had what was the like the end of the road one before WrestleMania? What was that called? Deadlock, something like that. But we haven't had a deadline, so here we are, Deadline. We're gonna find out what you guys thought about NXT Deadline. So please put your score in the chat starting now. Not taking anything that was put in before I just said now. So we're starting with We Rupt. If you put a score before We Rupt, you need to put your score again, because I'm not taking any of that. We Rupt is the first score I'm taking. 8.1. Thank you, We Rupt. Roadblock. That's what it was called. Yes, Roadblock. Robert Stone says 8.2. Thank you, Robert Stone. Thank you. Acid, I can't take anything above an 8.4. We're not doing above 8.4. QZ says 8.125. All right. Thank you, QZ. And thanks for joining us as well. Radio says 7.8525. Very particular set of scores. Thank you, Radio. Shroomgoon says 8.1. All right. I got you. Thank you, Shroomgoon. 8.2. 7035592 says Cameron. We got the Panda Paw. Panda Paw is on it. Thank you, Cameron. Acid says 8.4 exactly. Thank you, Acid. You got it. J-Rock says 7.96. Very respectable. Did I take Robert Stone's already? I already got yours, Robert Stone. Don't put your score in here twice, guys. Don't do that. You're gonna finagle the scores up. I'm gonna use the word finagle instead of the other F word that you're gonna be doing. All right, let's see. Mo, do you have a real score or what, dude? I want the real score. I'm not accepting anything over an 8.4. About 20 seconds left. Please speak now. Put your score in the chat, or forever hold your score for Deadline 2022. Elijah says 8. Okay, Elijah Actually made it right before the cutoff. 8.25 says Drewski. Thank you. And nothing says 8.3. Thank you, nothing. All right, all right. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Mo, you're really not gonna put a score? You're really gonna try to stick with 9? You just told people you got to put under 8.4, and then you broke your own rule that you just said. You put score? You did? It was 7.9? Let me see. Oh, I missed it. My bad. Sorry. 7.9. Thank you, Mo. Sorry, dude. I thought you put 9. I just read your most recent score. Sorry, man. Make sure you guys only put 1. Only put 1 score. I almost got crossed over, Mo. Thank you very much for your score. I went back. I saw it. I saw him put 9 because of Braun Breaker. I'm like, dude, I can't take that. All right. You got it. If I say your name, then I got your score. If I don't say your name, I didn't get your score. I individually thank everybody when I get your score. So if you're not listening and I miss you, then that's one thing. That was your troll score. Yeah, I saw that. But just understand, guys, if you put in troll scores or you put in double scores, you run the risk of just none of it working or me not actually getting your right score. Make sure you guys don't mess around when I'm actually asking for scores, because I don't know the context. Yeah, if anybody put anything above an 8.4, it just don't count, and that's your fault for not listening. We only take up to an 8.4. All right, it's Panda time. Panda, what would you give this episode of the first ever episode of NXT Deadline? What would your score be? I gotta see this. I know. I'm waiting for it too. She said she wouldn't be mad. She said she likes Bron. She said she wouldn't be mad. So, you scored. No, Panda. No. No. You can't be a liar. You said you would give it a certain score no matter what. No, Panda. I paid attention to what you said. Let's see it. I'm too sad to score. Oh. Oh, no. Alright, well, you don't have to, but you did say that you would. Apollo isn't over. Fine. 7 question mark. 7 question mark. What do I give that? I don't know how to do that. How do I do that? I don't know how to type that. How do I type that? You guys like my tie? I wore the red tie so it would be with this this one. You see the clocks? You guys like this layout? I put so much work into this. I don't know. Alright, I'll give you the 7.0. Even though it's not what you said you were going to do, but I'll take it. Alright. Yo. Guess what? Guess what all that added up to? Guess what all these scores added up to? It added up to 1-0. Four, not 103, almost. It almost did the 103. No, not 103. Salty, salty, salty. Hey, man. That just shows people care. I would rather people care than not care. A lot of wrestling is just nonsense anyway. A lot of wrestling, there's no reason to actually be invested besides, oh, I like the tornado DDT this guy does. He does flippy stuff I like. I'd rather people be invested and actually have their heart in this stuff. Much rather people actually be salty after a pay-per-view than people just be like, whatever, it was just another pay-per-view, who cares, you know? Because that, like, what does that do? That doesn't help anybody. That doesn't show that they've garnered or earned any sort of following. It's just, oh, you're here to watch people run around these ropes. I'd much rather people be salty after a pay-per-view. It does suck because I want people to be happy, but the opposite of that is people just being whatever about wrestling, and then we're just sitting here watching people run around these ropes all day, and that sucks, dude. Trust me, wrestling sucks when you're just watching it and you don't care about anyone involved. What's Grayson? I know, what is Grayson gonna do to Bron? He might cheat and scratch his eye or something. He might make his eye bleed. I like Grayson though, but he was the perfect first opponent for Apollo. I don't get it. So thank you, Panda. Thank you for your score. My score is gonna be a 7.9. I think that this entire show, outside of the final outcome, was money. I loved this pay-per-view. I had so much fun. I had so many cool moments. Just reading the chat and seeing what was happening and reacting to stuff, and I was just laughing. I had tears in my eyes with some of the ways they incorporated cool moments, comedy, vicious stuff. I mean, just everybody brought it tonight. I think that the botchiness was at a bare minimum, dude. Who messed up tonight? I saw barely anything that looked real wacky to me. I cannot give this show enough praise for what the people involved did. The only thing that is a negative to me is the outcome of the final match, because they built, and I don't see who should ever beat Bron if it's not Apollo. You're gonna have to call up some person from the main roster. Dude, you literally are telling me Bron Breakker is better than a previous Intercontinental Champion. The guy who won who retained the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, who has been United States Champion, who's been on the main roster versus Big E, who you crowned. You crowned Big E as the world champion, and this guy Apollo has beaten the guy. I don't know what it's gonna take, and I know about keeping someone looking strong and all that, but this was the time, man. And whoever's gonna take him down, if this wasn't it, it's gonna have to be something just outlandish, dude. I really love the tag team match, the tag title match. The Iron Survivor matches were an absolute highlight. When they looked bad on paper, they looked overly convoluted on paper. In practice, it was just so fun. Everyone brought it tonight. They should be so proud of themselves, and the fact that this is developmental with just a few veterans sprinkled throughout, man, they killed it tonight. I'm giving this a 7.9. I think this was an actually good pay-per-view that does warrant another watch. It does warrant checking out the details, checking out the storylines that were pushed forward, checking out the character moments that made sense and fit for what these people have told us for months, who they are and how they work and what they think about and who they don't like. Like, it all came to a culmination, and that's what a pay-per-view should be to me. So 7.9 is where I'm going with it, man. I think this was real fresh, and I'm really glad I got to share it with you guys. Other than the final outcome of the main event, I think that this was like as good as they could do, pretty much. They're trying to make Bron larger than life. Yeah, I understand that, but where you're doing it is the problem, you know? You're eating people alive down here. It's like me putting Cameron in a freaking kindergarten class, and he's kicking every little kid in the face, and I'm like, I'm trying to make a monster, and it's like, yeah, you are, but like, what the heck, dude? You're making a monster, but what the heck is going on, man? Get him out of here if he's like that. Why is he in the kindergarten class kicking these little kids in the face? Like, that's not making the right type of monster. You're taking advantage of a very shallow pool. Get him out of here if he's that good. Don't sacrifice somebody who obviously you've built up to be the successor. They wouldn't stop drooling on my leg machine. They weren't drooling, they were just trying to eat paste. They were eating paste and cookies, man. You shouldn't have brought all the paste and cookies. They couldn't help but salivate. Cameron, you see? This is why I can't do this. Oh my god. You know, I don't normally type in the chat during this, but I'm gonna do it. Alright, let's do the math. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. I think that everything besides the outcome of the main event was just pretty brilliant. And Booker T is such a national treasure on commentary, man. He makes it, even the small little moments that where normally you'd be like, you know, what's going on? They're fun, and it's like, what did he just say? You know, I love it so much, man. Let's do the math. So we got 112. Oh, hey. 112. They're hanging out with Notorious B.I.G. and Mace and P. Diddy. Back then he was Puff Daddy. And 5592 on the end. Panda Paw. Divided by what? I think they got it, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. Oh, 8.0. Dang, man. Wow. Very close to my score. Have you guys noticed my scores have been very close recently? Man, I hope you guys like this layout. I put some work into it. I picked all the losers. You guys like my my layout of not so winners that I put together? I like it. I sure know how to pick them. Everybody brought it though, man. That was really cool. NXT definitely produces a point, and it couldn't happen to a nicer pay-per-view. They killed it, man. People are so lucky to be able to get that on Peacock for just nothingness. Like literal nothingness. You just got it. You just tuned in and you're paying for the WWE and you got this? That's cool. The runner-ups, yeah, pretty much. Now I gotta change my titles on 2K. Oh, you're doing like a very literal 2K universe? I see you. Oh my god, what is this? That's what Cameron said when he walked in and they were drooling on his equipment. He said, oh no, I gotta do something about this. Good stuff, though. Very, very good stuff. So now you see it. NXT, it takes the lead. It's looking pretty tight, though, man. I'm telling you right now, this season is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. The fact that only MLW is looking for a point, that means everybody's within striking distance, because you've seen 2 bad episodes of Raw. You've seen 2 not-so-great episodes of SmackDown. You've seen 2 episodes of NXT that maybe didn't get the full-on job done. You've seen 2 episodes of Dynamite that didn't work. You've seen 2 good episodes of Dynamite. You've seen 2 episodes of Rampage that were way better than they previously put together, man. It's anybody's game right now. All it takes is 2 weeks of above average or below average, and it's game over. That is the mark of a season that is about to be fresh and possibly extremely surprising. And then MLW, you know, every time MLW puts a show on, if you actually give it a chance, if you don't prejudge it and say that it sucks right off the bat, MLW does bring the heat, and they have some incredibly compelling matches, some incredibly charismatic superstars, and they got a booker, on-screen booker that is just absolutely one of the best. So you gotta give it a chance. We'll see, though. Yes, Mo. Yes, you too. You too. I'm talking about Bono. You too. It's a beautiful day. ZZZ, yeah. See, you're gonna be ZZZ, and then when somebody comes out of MLW who shows up on AEW, and is the best heel in the industry, you're gonna be like, oh, he's good, because that's what you're doing right now. You do realize you're world champion on your favorite wrestling company, the best heel that there is, literally was marinating in MLW and doing all that same stuff, right? Like, come on, man. That should be all the proof you need that MLW does have some stars that are worth looking at, and it does have some shows that are cultivating the future. They might not be the most over, or you know, you're not seeing a whole bunch of tweets about them, but man, how much more proof do you need that MLW does have people who are possibly the future of this, and you could be on the ground floor by checking it out. Danny Limelight's epic. I love Danny Limelight, dude. That's crazy you brought him up. Danny Limelight's epic. So is Conan, though. The last time I saw either of them was so long ago. There, they gotta really bring them back together. Hey, tell me something else. They got Morrison. They got Danny Limelight. They got Conan. They got freaking. They've had that Vikingo guy. The Vikingo guy who's like the best freaking luchador in the world right now. Like, come on, man. Jacob Fatu is money. EJ Nduka is like a freaking prototype. That guy was actually with WWE before the pandemic. That guy's money as heck. He looks like a walking, talking action figure. Charisma, just he looks like a created character, dude. They got freaking money athletes there, man, and that's why every time you're like, oh, who cares about MLW? I'm like, dude, what? You would care the second they cross the line onto the other network or something, man. But they're epic here too. Davey Richards, he's money. TJP, I mean, dude, the list goes on and on. Karrion Kross, we even saw Scarlett wrestle there like a week ago. Scarlett was killing it. Like, it's just epic, man. I'm trying to tell you, stop judging it based off of how many tweets you see about it and start giving it a chance. Myron Reed even, yeah, Myron Reed's starting to get his stuff going too. And on top of that, they got the freaking guy who ran Lucha Underground as the on-screen GM. Like, it's money all over the place. It's just not what everybody's tweeting about. Who cares, man? What everybody's tweeting about is not necessarily the best thing either. I bet you could find a better drink than Pepsi, but Pepsi is mad popular, right? I bet you could find something better to drink than a Pepsi right now. I know you can, especially when it gets warm. You know? Just because everyone's talking about something doesn't make it the best thing. Especially when you're a connoisseur. You're a connoisseur, Mo. You actually know something about wrestling. That's why I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? MLW's got some super money athletes. It's just not the most popular thing right now. Everyone but Hammer? Yeah, because I don't like Hammer. I think Hammer's the wackest dude they got in a lot of cases. I don't think he's a very good wrestler. I think he shows off like green attitude. He can never get a reaction out of the crowd. He's got to like hand out free t-shirts to get people to cheer for him. I don't really like Hammerstone. I respect him, and he's got a good body and stuff, and he knows how to cook, but I'm just not down with him. I like Holiday a lot more than Hammerstone. Yeah, they need a better champion for sure. Oh my god. What about the guy who beat him up? I said him. He's EJ Nduka. He's the guy I was talking about who's, he's from Apolloville. He's from Apolloville. Radio, thank you for the bits, man. Yeah, the guy who put Hammer through a table, EJ Nduka, that guy's money. That's who I was talking about. Yeah, Holiday is epic. I mean, come on, man. They got Taya Valkyrie coming through there. She's mashing fools. Even that girl that she fought recently, what was her name? Oh, I forgot her name. That girl she fought recently was actually pretty dang good. She had a nice look to her, and she was actually putting up a fight against Taya Valkyrie. What the heck was her name? I'm I'm not gonna remember it. I'm not gonna remember it. But that girl, she was cool. Yeah, I can't think either. I can't think of it. But anyway, she's cool too. And then you got these anomalies that are just fun to watch, like Micro Man, and then you got Mil Muertes whenever he shows up. Oh my goodness! And then, oh man, I already said Fatu, but that guy, he's a big guy. What's his name? He wears a mask. Oh, they got, what's his name from the, Ric Flair's last match? Mance Warner, is that his name? Mance Warner is money? Ashley Fox, is that her name? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Mads Kruger, Mads. Like Mad, like how Panda is right now, Mad. Or Sad Kruger. Yeah, that guy, he's pretty alright. I don't think he's great, but he's got a presence to him. Plus, you got people working backstage with them, like Savio Vega, and I don't know, man. It's just it's pretty fresh to me. I must say, people don't sleep on ML Speaking of not sleeping on ML I think they have a new episode, so this might be the perfect segue into what we're gonna do next. But thank you guys so much for being part of NXT Deadline. This pay-per-view was fresh, and I'm